Hello everyone, welcome back to another episode of CSGO News. I hope you all enjoyed this episode. Now please stay tuned to the very end of the video for details on the background of the video, whether it's going to be news or gameplay in the future. Please stay tuned for that. Thank you all so much for your feedback. As always, here's the news. First in the news today, guys, we have the OpTic CSGO team kicking their previous captain and in-game leader Shahzam off the team. He is now off the CSGO roster for OpTic Gaming, and he will be replaced by the European G-Bots former player. If you guys know about the European team G-Bots, their former player M1xwell is now joining the team, an 18-year-old European player. Really interested to see how he does because he's really only known for his only accolades or titles are his rank S and his ESEA Pug Star titles. So he's really only good in those Pug Star matches. It'll be really interesting to see how a young player comes into the team, especially because OpTic Gaming is already struggling. But yes, Shahzam is now off the team and looking for one as well. Really unfortunate to see there. He was a really outgoing guy, really nice guy to see. So big changes coming for OpTic CSGO. Hope the best for them in the future. In other news, a lot more coming out about the Ryan Abadi or the fREAKAZoiD story we had in yesterday's video. He came out on Twitter multiple times, either replying to people and also came out with a video wanting us to know that for sure it was his decision to leave Cloud9. And he really was set on wanting us to know that it was his decision to leave Cloud9, not that they kicked him. Here's a video of that.
Just had to let all the people know who supported me, Cloud9. I was not cut or I was never a sub or anything like that. I decided to leave the team, and I wish nothing but the best for Cloud9. But moving forward, I'm super excited and I appreciate all the support I was getting, all the love, and it means a lot to me, so I'm excited, man.
And you guys can see in that video, just the way he was like really holding himself, he was really just kind of positive and happy about it. You could tell he was kind of being a little cocky about it, and especially quote unquote he said, I'm excited for the future. I can definitely see FREAKAZoiD being placed on a team here within the next few weeks. Who knows who's it going to be? You know, rumors have been leaked of so many different possibilities, CLG being one with this picture being leaked, and also Team Echo Fox. You know, maybe he's going to join Sean Gares and MoTV, his old teammate Sean obviously, but so many endless possibilities for this guy NA-wise, so good luck to him in the future. Next story though. We had some amazing upsets in DreamHack Malmo this morning. It was absolutely incredible. In a best of 3 series of Luminosity Gaming versus Tyloo, the Chinese team that just came into CSGO out of nowhere, they actually upset the previous major MLG Columbus champions, Luminosity Gaming. Tyloo beat them in a best of 3 today, and it was absolutely incredible. A really close win for Tyloo on the first map, then they lost the second map quite convincingly, and then again a close match in the third map to close it out. Tyloo, an Asian team slash Chinese team to come into the CSGO scene like this is absolutely incredible, and Twitter and the CSGO Nation was shocked by this. Also, we had some news coming out that, you know, LG had previously thrown their game to Mouse Sports so they wouldn't have to play against Astralis in the semifinals. Of course, Astralis went on to lose at Dignitas anyway, so I don't believe those rumors are true. I don't think any CSGO team would really want to throw those games, but I just wanted to touch on that. That was a thing. LG possibly throwing their game to Mouse Sports so they wouldn't have to play Astralis in the semifinals. Unfortunately, later in the day, Astralis actually lost to Dignitas. Now, I don't think either of those teams meant for that to happen. Just wanted to touch on that, but congrats to Tyloo, and I really want to touch on this in the future, and this will be a video for sure for me in CSGO News, guys. The Chinese and Asian CSGO teams will be entering the CSGO scene sometime soon, and us NA and European players, we have to be worried. I mean, you guys have seen through Smite, Dota, and especially League of Legends and StarCraft how good these Asian and Chinese teams are, and that's not supposed to be racist at all. They just give dedication and they really focus on these sports and they're good at what they do. So a huge change coming soon to the CSGO scene, and I'm really excited for it. But people, we gotta be worried. These teams are gonna be incredibly good when they come into it. I really want to hear what you guys think about this in the future. Leave a comment down below what you guys think about that. And another short news, speaking of Anomaly again, in like 3 consecutive CSGO news videos, he actually opened with a friend the #1 condition all Blue Gem AK-47 Stat Track Factory New. So pretty cool, case hardened absolute Blue Gem there. He was actually mentioned on McSkillet's video as well. Apparently the #1 pattern in the entire game for Blue Gem AK-47 Stat Track Factory New. That is a mouthful, and apparently worth, he said, anywhere from 5,000 to 6,000 keys. He also got an offer this morning, picture here, of around 2,000 keys of the #1, I believe it was the Bayonet Blue Gem, and the #1 AK-47 Minimal Wear Stat Track Blue Gem. So he's already had a lot of offers worth thousands and thousands of dollars on this. Absolutely crazy when you think about this, how we can open pixels that are worth like thousands of dollars. It's absolutely incredible. I would not suggest doing this. You know, he and his friend are actually really smart when they do this. They know how to trade up and actually get Blue Gems, and they can afford to do it. People like you and me shouldn't be doing this, but crazy story coming from Anomaly. I wish I had money. Yeah. And of course, I want to keep you guys updated on DH Malmo or DreamHack Malmo going on as of now. The first 4 teams moving on were, of course, Navi, Virtus Pro, Dignitas, and Mouse Sports. Those are your undefeated teams throughout the tournament so far, and the first 4 moving on automatically to the semifinals. We also had following them Tyloo, Godsent, which is kind of an upset, NIP, and the winner of Tempo Storm and Envious. I actually have to go to class before that, so those are the first 7 that are moving on, and between Tempo Storm and Envious will be the 8 team moving on. And then, of course, you can subtract from that the other 8 teams that were the first teams out. And there were a lot of huge upsets when it came to our first 4 teams out, which was G2, Liquid, FaZe Clan, and Lounge Gaming. Mainly G2 and Team Liquid being those huge teams out. Tyloo, also the team moving on to the semifinals, put out Team Liquid. They also beat LG today, Luminosity Gaming. And Astralis also went down to NIP. So we do have our first 7 teams out, like I said before. We have, oh my goodness, all this memorization. And really quick, I don't want to talk about too many upsets because I talked about Tyloo a lot earlier and how they've come into the scene. They actually knocked out Team Liquid first off in the group stage, and they also knocked off Luminosity Gaming today, so expect a lot from them. And then I'm also really happy for NIP, who knocked out Astralis today, another big upset there. And again, I'm really hoping for Envious versus Tempo Storm, Envious to pull that one out. They really need to pick me up, so I'm going to cheer for them. I do have to go to class, unfortunately, so you do have your first 8 teams out and your first 8 teams moving on, minus the Tempo Storm Envious matchup. By the time you guys watch this, that will be over, and you guys can just tell me in the comments who you wish would have won and who actually won, because I don't know. So comment down below who won. Also, really quick in the news, we had this tweeted out from Olofmeister. It says, today, Thursday, 1800 hours. Now, I don't know what CET means. You know, I assume Central Time, but it could be some European Standard Time as well. So look out for that today. Apparently, Olofmeister's huge project should be released today and should be a good one. You know, people were thinking, is he going to drop a mixtape, which I doubt it, or maybe a documentary over his life. So I think hopefully the latter one, and it should be cool. So look out for that from him. It should be a really cool thing to watch. Man, we are just squeezing in news stories. Also announced really quick, I have to go to class. Navi Guardian will be back in the playoffs. Navi, of course, moving on undefeated into the playoffs. Navi Guardian will be replacing. We do not know who exactly yet, but they have announced officially that he will be coming back, and we can assume he will be replacing their coach, Starix. But the thing is, Starix has performed so well, the highest actual KD rating and team player rating of anyone throughout the actual group stages. He had a 1.52 rating, which is the best in the entire team. So unfortunately, they're going to be replacing him with Guardian, we do believe, but it could be someone else on the team, which also would be kind of upsetting. But look for that in the near future. I think that's all the news I have today. I really gotta get going to class, actually. Yeah. Literally just realized after recording all those clips that this thing right here, that little black thing, is a bug that flew into my eye when I was running before I actually started recording. I apologize. It's not mascara. My bad. I'll see y'all next time. Goodbye.